Welcome to this explainer, where honestly, we're going totally rogue today. You know how traditional financial advice is always nagging you about what not to buy, just telling you to pinch pennies and save everything? Well, today, we're completely flipping that on its head. We're going to show you why strategically spending your money on crucial upgrades is actually the real secret to exponential wealth, health, and happiness.
Seriously, what if spending money actually made you richer? Instead of just hoarding your cash in a boring savings account and doing nothing, we're going to explore how deploying capital into real, tangible alternative investments can yield absolutely life-changing returns. We're talking about assets you can actually live with and enjoy, right? Like classic cars, fine wine, or art. These aren't just arbitrary numbers moving up and down on a screen. They're real, physical items that have the massive potential to dramatically increase in value over time.
1,000%. Let's put that insane number into perspective because it really illustrates the power of strategic holding. Imagine you picked up a classic Ford Fiesta XR2 for around £2,350. If you had just held on to that very same car until today, its value has shot up so much over the last few years that it would have generated a massive 1,000% return. That is exactly the kind of strategic deployment of capital we're diving into today.
Okay, let's quickly check out the roadmap for today. We're breaking down this wealth engine framework step by step. We'll cover the strategic spending mindset, upgrading your time and mind, the wealth impact of your relationships, protecting your physical health, supercharging your business machine, and finally, why experiences will always beat physical things.
Starting with number 1, upgrading time and mind, and how to multiply your absolute most valuable assets.
So here is a literal mathematical formula for buying your life back. It's the golden rule calculation, and it goes like this. Step 1, take your annual salary. Let's just say it's $80,000. Step 2, divide that by the hours you work, which is roughly 2,000 hours a year. That brings us to step 3, finding your effective hourly rate. In this case, it's $40 an hour. Now, pay attention to step 4 because this is the game changer. The exact moment you can pay someone less than that $40 rate to take a job off your hands, do it immediately. For example, the average person spends 234 hours a year just cleaning. Outsource that, and you instantly buy back 29 whole days. That is 29 days you can use to build your business or side hustle.
Next up, you absolutely have to upgrade your knowledge. Think about this. For the price of a fancy coffee, you can absorb decades of someone else's hard-earned wisdom. You grab a transformative book like Virgin King, and it proves that even a dyslexic dropout with 0 qualifications like Richard Branson can build a literal global empire. Or you read the E-Myth Related and learn how to build a business that runs on autopilot without you. I mean, books are without a doubt the absolute cheapest, highest ROI upgrade you can ever make for your mind.
But hey, books aren't everything. Traditional education will happily sit there and teach you all about the French Revolution or trigonometry, but it completely ignores money. It was never actually built to make you wealthy. Compare that traditional path to the incredible ROI of finding a mentor, like, say, a real-world businessman named Dave that you happen to meet down at a local flying club. A mentor like that, they actually raise the ceiling on your potential and teach you real, actionable business building and high-income skills.
Moving right along to our next major upgrade, the wealth impact of relationships and your overall social environment.
Listen to this. The partner you choose is one of the single biggest factors in how wealthy you'll become. Now, I know that sounds like a piece of folksy relationship advice, but no, it is pure economics. Upgrading your romantic life to a highly supportive partner, someone who genuinely backs your sacrifices, gets why you're working late nights, and actually helps out when the business gets crazy, is probably the most crucial strategic move you will ever make in your entire life.
And if you're skeptical about that, the objective data totally validates it. 77%. On average, married people accumulate 77% more wealth per person than folks who stay single. And it gets even better. Their net worth climbs by roughly 16% for every single year they stay together. Your partner truly, literally is a financial multiplier.
Okay, let's shift gears to Section 3, protecting your physical health. Basically, the engine's hardware. Did you know that a lack of sleep reduces your decision-making ability to the exact same extent as being legally drunk? Neglecting sleep to grind and work late is definitely not a badge of honor. Operating completely shattered can lead to super dangerous, debilitating accidents. Imagine just walking down your own stairs, but because you're exhausted and your brain is foggy, you slip. You come down so hard you crack 3 ribs, punch a lung, and miss your kidney by literal millimeters. That actually happened to the creator of our source material. That's the real-world consequence of treating sleep deprivation like it's a good business strategy.
So the takeaway here is you have to proactively invest in your physical longevity. You need strategic health investments. Since we sit at desks all day, a premium ergonomic chair is an absolute must to save your back. On top of that, getting a fitness wearable, like a Whoop strap, to meticulously track your sleep, your daily recovery, and your physical strain is just a no-brainer. You've got to listen to your body and gather data on it so you don't break down before you ever get rich.
Up next, Section 4, Supercharging Your Wealth Engine, the actual business machine.
To fuel that machine, you have to acquire a high-income skill. And it's fascinating to see how these skills evolve over time. They go from physical labor, like joinery and carpentry, all the way to highly scalable, modern, digital skills like video editing, copywriting, or even AI automations. Think about it. If you can use AI to build a system that boosts a client's sales by $20,000 a month, you can very comfortably charge them $2 or $3 grand a month for your services, right?
And as you apply those killer skills, eventually you're going to hit a ceiling with your tools. When your videography or design skills surpass the actual equipment you're using, you must upgrade. Buying a better camera, a crisper microphone, or a faster laptop is not a cost. It's a direct investment into your money-making machine. It instantly boosts your output quality, which of course attracts much higher paying clients. And as a sweet little bonus, it acts as a legitimate tax write-off.
Now, as your cash flow really starts scaling up, your financial oversight has to scale right alongside it. You never want to be a big fish in a small pond when it comes to your accountant. You need an expert who is used to navigating higher-level challenges. But if those expensive fees are a hurdle right now, you can deploy a strategic software upgrade like Odoo. It's this awesome all-in-one software where the first app is totally free. It tracks your profit and loss, generates balance sheets, and even automatically chases down your late payers. It literally cuts your admin time in half so you can actually focus on growth.
And finally, Section 5, Experiences over Physical Things, the absolute ultimate ROI.
If you compare the emotional life cycles of buying stuff versus doing things, it brilliantly reveals why experiences always win out in the end. When you buy physical things, the anticipation is, well, it's just medium. Waiting for a delivery is actually kind of frustrating, isn't it? The moment you get it, sure, the excitement is high, but the aftertaste, it drops to low almost immediately. The buzz wears off, and the item just sits there collecting dust and getting outdated. Now, consider experiences. The anticipation is thrilling, the moment itself is incredible, and the aftertaste remains permanently high because experiences get retold over and over, creating a lifetime of memories.
Buying physical objects is kind of just a trap. True wealth is spending your hard-earned money on memories that shape exactly who you are. Imagine the feeling of flying an airplane solo for the very first time, or standing trackside smelling the burning rubber at the Monaco Grand Prix. Or hey, flying RC helicopters for a Ridley Scott movie set like Black Hawk Down. Or how about sitting down to eat spaghetti bolognese at Richard Branson's house while having a deep, one-on-one conversation about business? Those aren't just things. Those are the legendary stories you're going to tell your grandkids.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to ask yourself one final, really important question. Are you going to hoard your cash, playing it overly safe, just to eventually buy physical stuff that goes out of date? Or are you ready to deploy your capital to strategically upgrade your mind, your business, and your life's experiences? The choice between staying stuck in traditional, boring financial advice and building a truly unforgettable life is entirely up to you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.